I'm Janie Jones of Janie Jones Knitting, the knitting shop.
I'm Oliver, also Jones. I've taken Jamie's last name.
You can just tell by looking at them.
Oh yeah,
They're
you can tell right away when you meet a crocheter.
Yeah.
There's something about the pallor of their skin.
Yeah, there's a sort of dimness behind. it's behind the eyes. You know, it's not in the eye. It's behind the eye, and you can tell.
I started crocheting when I was 16 years old. I think it's a social thing, you know. We get together and we crochet, and you always have this great finished product. You can make anything with crochet.
You know, a beginner knitter, you knit a scarf.
Knit a scarf.
That's what beginning knitters do. They knit scarves.
And a scarf is useful.
But a granny square? What is that? A beginner crocheter?
It's like a patch that you can, I don't know, put
join the Boy Scouts.
Yeah.
Well, I make these nice dishcloths, and these are always, you know, like a farmer's market favorites. People really like buying these. They're durable, and I find they're nice gifts too. People always appreciate it. A dishcloth, it's practical and it's cute.
Doilies. These are the kinds of things crochet people make. A doily.
We're a different group of people. We're a subculture, but I think that soon people will really realize the benefit of crocheting and the beautiful work that can be accomplished. I don't think you can deny that. You know, this is an art form.
It's just ridiculous, the things these people try and pull off as legitimate.
My family, they're primarily knitters. They're not really comfortable with my crocheting. My great-grandmother knitted, my great-grandfather knitted. Everybody knits, you know. And I was taught when I was a really little girl to knit, and we go to the craft shows and we pass by all the different booths, and my mom would make comments like, no, it's really nice, but it's crocheted. And it was always just sort of understood that we were knitters.
The thing that really gets me, and I have filed formal complaints with the craft guild, is that they put the knitters and the crocheters in the same row. It is clearly not the same.
Yes, the fabric arts are a general field. However, I mean, it's like apples and oranges. Yeah, there are people who don't like oranges, and then there are people who have some taste, and those people are called knitters.
See, now it's too hot here.
I'm sorry. It's important to have an environment in which creativity can flourish.
When you're working on a large piece, I mean, you have all this knitting in your lap, and if the temperature is even 2 degrees too high, it really affects your productivity and your creativity.
So, you know, she'll yell down from the studio, "Turn down the heat, stupid idiot!" And so I do. And then, you know, I just put on a sweater.
Right.
Which is fine. It's fine.
A sweater that I made for you.
Of course you made. I don't wear other people's sweaters.
I met this girl who was really into crocheting, and she made it look really cool, and it was really hard not to just take that hook the day that she offered it to me, and I haven't been able to let go of it since. No, I said I started when I was 16, but I probably didn't come out as a crocheter until I was about 19. I do it in my room or sometimes in my closet and hide it, stuff it under my mattress. And I don't know what my mother was doing, like who knows what mothers do when their daughters are 19 years old, but she found my hook and stacks of these dishcloths. And she hasn't talked to me since that day, actually.
The golden needle. It's given out at Knitting Olympics every year. I've stopped competing after my third golden needle.
Yeah.
What's yours?
This is mine. I mean, I didn't win it myself. It belonged to my grandmother. She was a knitter in the 40s. This is the first piece of knitting that I owned, and it's Teddy. He was this is his first time on TV. He was made by my Nana, and I love him.
I try to keep in contact with them. I mailed a bunch of these these dishcloths to my aunts and my mother and my grandmother for Christmas, and they sent them all back to me. Oh. My brother, he loves me, and I think he wants a relationship with me, but sometimes I feel tormented when, you know, he mails me things like this, like, you know, it's beautiful, I guess, but what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to wear this giant knitted sweater? Like, is he just doing this to tell me what he's doing, what I'm not doing, what I'll never be able to do, and, you know, show me the family that I'm not a part of anymore? I do a weekly podcast, too, for crocheters who have been turned out of knitting families.
So,
well, of course, when you only have one hook in your hand, you can type with the other one. Yeah. I mean,
knitters are hard. They're really consumed with the fact that they have the more valid craft.
They have smaller brains.
Well, that actually hasn't been proven.
It has been proven. But I can show you the article.
You know, I'm not going to say where or which ones, but there are a few shops that I would never step foot into.
I have people come into the store with ridiculous questions, like, and they clearly have never knit before, and my store is just really simply not the kind of place where people who have never knit before really should go.
No. Often you can knit with 3 needles. Wow. In the round.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Sometimes
That's true.
4.
That's how I end up all my hats.
Yeah.
With 3 needles in the round. Yeah.
And 3 needles is, you know, that's a rarity. It's usually just the 2.
And still, the crocheters use one.
Yeah. They can't. It's like something prevents them from making the leap that says, oh, look, 1 needle. This is good. 2 needles would be better. And so something doesn't, you know, they don't.
Knitters can change. You know, I changed. And some of my fellow hookers tease me. They say I'm going to return to my knitting ways. You know, they don't accept me 100% because I held a pair of knitting needles before I held a crochet hook.
And there's some evidence to suggest that that knitting has been around since, you know, prehistory. And clearly, that's not the case with crochet. Cavemen didn't need doilies. Cavemen didn't need little square pretty things. Cavemen didn't need lace. What does a caveman need lace doilies for? Tell me this.
I use a lot of black sheep wool. I guess you would say that the black sheep are a symbol of the crocheting world, so it's fitting. T-shirts
are knit. Mm-hmm. Your t-shirts are a knit fabric, which is the same stitch, the same basic principle. All t-shirts are knit. Mm-hmm. So if people like t-shirts, people like knitting.
Baba, black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. 1 for my master and 1 for my dame. 1 for the little boy who lives down the lane. Baba, black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full.
Sorry about the temperature earlier. It was too warm.